So here's a quick little explanation about how I've been using online tests and quizzes. I've been using it in my stats class. So under resources, under your default materials, everybody's got online tests and quizzes. So you click there. To see past ones, you would click here. We'll look at those in a second. To add a new one, you just click in there, add online test or quiz. You'll get something that prompts you for a name. Here's my fake test. Yeah, there's 100 points. Let's say you can put in whatever points you want. The due date, I usually just put in whenever it's actually going to be completed, so November 14th. And then let's say you want to do by a specific time. You can 8:30 a.m. You don't have to do that. You can always go back and adjust it too. And then graded. I have categories, quizzes, and tests. So you can put test, different grading options that go with it, period. You can do it on different scale, letter scale, pluses and minuses, or just numerical scale. You can add files and any links, so it could be useful, like let's say you wanted to give a little online assessment, like have them in physics. You could have them watch a video, put in the link here, and then have questions about the video. You could put in any file you want about how you're evaluating it or anything else, and add in resources and record anything you want. Then you can also publish it or unpublish it. So like if you want to be positive that it doesn't pop up to the students, you can unclick publish. You could also have it clicked published, and I can show you in a second on settings how to make it not available yet. People can comment on it, or you could turn that off, and then you can turn grade statistics on and off. Grade statistics pop up for you. I think that there's an option also to let students see the grade statistics on an exam, which you can enable or disable if you wanted to. So from there, you would create it. And then what I've been using is I have software that came with my stats book that I use for problem sets. So you can go, you can click over here on import questions. And there's two different formats you can use. So I have this exam view software that I've been using. So I can build my test through there still in quiz, which gives me a nice format. And it also includes like explanations. So I can just take this, export it. For exam view, the only one that it has that Schoology accepts is Blackboard 7.1 to 9.0. There's also Ed Mastery, which I'm not familiar with, but if you have another software that exports to Ed Mastery, you can use that. So from there, you just click import. You can import the questions here. Blackboard 7.1 to 9.0 is what I would check there, and then next, and then it'll have me select the file. Once I have an online test or quiz, there's a lot of different things I can do with it. So I can go into the settings, write specific instructions that I want them to have. I can have it published but not let the kids see it, so I can have it available now. I can have it available until a certain time. I can set a time where it starts being available and stops being available if I want it just during that block. Sometimes if you're having the kids do it on their phones, like let's say you have a class and they're working on their phones, you could have them submit 2 times, because sometimes it submits by accident the first time. This breaks up the questions per page using page breaks or not. You could also randomize the order of your questions here, so they're all seeing them in different order. This just allows you to confirm what their answers before they finally submit them. I don't let the kids resume them. I make them take them in just one shot, but you could do that here if you want. And there's a cool feature down here. So if you're given like a group quiz, and let's say you want them to go over their incorrect answers, you could go into View Submissions. And if you click yes, they'll see their submissions. They'll see what they got right and wrong, but they won't see the right answers. If you say yes with correct answers, they'll see what they got right and wrong, and they'll see the correct answer. So if you want them to kind of think more and reflect on it, that's a good thing to use. If you want to see what your online test or quiz looks like, you can preview it. I'm going to go select a real one so we can take a look at it. So I can click here on past quizzes and tests to see ones that have already been submitted. I can look back and say any specific assessment, and I can see results here. So I can go in and see how each student did. This shows me when they started and finished and how long it took, their score. I can actually see the whole exam, and I can open this up so students can see it later. Green indicates they got it right. An answer that's pink or purple here indicates they got it wrong. So if you let them see, if you let them review their answers after they submitted with correct answers, it would appear like this to them. If you didn't give correct answers, it would just show them the highlighted answer that they got wrong, and then they could go back and reflect on it. So this is a nice tool to go back and see what they did, see any potential errors they had. You can also look at statistics for the whole test by clicking up here. You'll get a histogram of the results for the whole test. This little wheel here will let you copy to other courses. So if you teach 3 the same class, you could make it and copy to those classes. Go back and edit the overall settings that we started with up here. And then there's just the advanced options that we looked in the lower left originally. So it can be a real useful tool and for kids to look back on. Also for you to randomize questions and for them to work on things, as well as provide like a link if you want to do something out of class, if it was like lower stakes, let's say. So there's a lot of cool potential for this, especially with physics. I could think about using having a video and then having a short assessment on it. And it could be anywhere from 3 to 4 questions, and then they can go reflect back. If you wanted them to keep working on it, they could submit it multiple times. You could give them an attempt limit of 3 or 4 times or 2 times, so that they go back, they think about what they got wrong, and then they try to get the correct answer. So there's a lot of potential for Schoology to work well, and for you to see how kids are progressing with this.